Hello and welcome back. In this video, we are going to make this beautiful website from the scratch by using only HTML and CSS. So first of all, let me show you the elements which I have got to get started with. I have got a background image, logo and a profile picture. Now we are going to create every other element throughout this video, and to create our HTML and CSS and to start coding, I'm going to use Sublime Text Editor. So let's create our HTML document here. Let's save this file with the name web.html and save this one. Now it's time to create our CSS file. So I'm going to save this with the name web.css. And let's get our HTML5 structure here. To get it, let's put angle bracket HTML, and you are going to find this suggestion. So let's click on it, and we're going to have the complete structure of a HTML document here. So let's put some information in between these title tags, so that they will be appeared here on this part of any of web page. So let's put website with HTML and CSS. Now let's connect this CSS document with our HTML file here. So let's go and hit enter. Then we are going to use link tag, and as you can see, I'm seeing a suggestion here. So let's select this one so that we'll have the complete syntax for link tag. Now we are going to provide the value of hyperreference here, and the value should be the name of your CSS file. For our case, the name of the CSS file is web.css. So let's start putting it web.css. Let's save this one. It's time to start working on the body section. So let's hit tab, and then I'm going to put header tag, and in between the header tag I'm going to take a division which is going to be named with a class of main, and after that, in between the division, we are going to take another division which is going to be named with neighbor, and in between the neighbor we are going to have 3 columns. As you can see, image, menu and this button. So let's take 3 neighbor here, actually the division div, and we are going to copy and paste, but before that let me put class so that it will be easier for the other selectors as well. And we are going to give the class names. For logo, I am going to give the name of this class to logo. For menu, I'm going to type menu here. For button, I'm going to type button here. Let's save this document. If I just reload this page or open this page in a tab in our browser, we are going to see nothing here in the body, but we are seeing something in the title field here, website with HTML and CSS. So let's go back to the code, and we are going to put the elements for each of these division. For example, at this moment we are going to upload our logo here. So let's take image tag, and then I'm going to put the image name, which is going to be logo.png. So let's type it out here, logo.png. And after that, in the menu division, we are going to take an unordered list eval, and in between the unordered list tag we are going to take some list items, and as we are going to give them linking, so let's do this at the beginning so it will save some of our time. So let's put anchor and hit enter so that we'll have the in syntax. So let's copy this syntax and tags, let's paste them several times, and now let's give the name of these list items: home, services, blog, page, about, contact. So let's give the name home, and the final one is contact. And in the button we actually have a text button which is contact me. So let's take a paragraph in between this button class. So take paragraph, and we're going to take contact me. Alright, so now let's save this document, and if I just reload this page here on our HTML file, we are going to see something appeared here. So let's select these contents here, and if you just notice, in the left side we have got some margins, on the top side we have got some margins, and the same thing, although we are not seeing in the bottom or in the right side, but they're still appearing here. Okay, so let's remove them. So let's go to the CSS, select the universal selector and give the second bracket here, and we are going to give margin should be 0 and padding should be 0. And after that, as in our website have these columns, logo is a column, we have got these menu columns, and for these button columns we have to do box sizing here. So let's give box sizing to border box, and let's save this one. Now it's time to upload our background image so that we'll be able to see every changes clearly and the website will look nicer. So let's do this. We are going to upload our background image into the header section directly. So let's take header tag here, and then header selector actually, and then we are going to put background image, and we are going to put URL, and then we have to put this name bg.png into the URL section. bg.png. Let's save this document, reload this page, and you are going to see the background appeared here but with an issue, and we have to solve this issue. To solve it, we have to go back here in the coding, and we have to give the header height to 100% VH, actually 100 VH, and let's save this document, reload this page. We are going to see that full background has been covered. So by 100 VH, we are meaning that whatever your screen size is, the background should cover the full window. Okay, so now let's just move back, and we are going to start working on each of these elements one by one. So let's work on logo, menu, and there's the button. So let's take them in the selectors. We are going to see what are the selectors we have. We have got main selector here, and then logo selector. So let's take these selectors first into our CSS file, and I'm going to take the main selector. And before I proceed, I'd love to explain few things here. We have used .main, and this is because we have got this thing actually into the division with a class selector, and to select a class selector we use dot. But when we select a tag through our CSS, we are using direct the name of the tag. So that's the process of selecting something on CSS. Now let's move on. We are going to put the selector for logo, and the selector for, let's say, menu, and other selector which we have is btn, and let's see if I am correct. Logo is the class, menu is the class, and btn is the class. So let's go back here, and we are going to take the spaces, all looking good here. All right, so now let's start from logo. So we want our logo to be sized a little bit smaller. Actually, we are going to give a logo size, and I'm actually going to give the logo size by taking another selector which is going to be logo img, as we want to work on the image directly. Okay, so let's take height of the image to 50 pixel, and then let's reload this page. We are going to see that our logo is placed perfectly. Now it's time to divide each of these elements. For example, for the logo, we want it to be stayed in left side. For the menus, we should get them into the middle, and the contact me should be placed in the right side. So let's do them. We are going to call them here. For the logo, we want width, which is going to be 20% of the whole document, and then we want it to float left, so it will stay left. And for menu, we want width, which is going to be 60% because we have got a lot of stuffs there, and then we want this to be floated to left, not flex, it should be float to left. And then for the button, we want to put width, which is going to be 20%. Let's close it up, and then we want this to be floated to left as well. All right, so by this percentage, just count these percentages. For logo, we have got 20, for menu we have got 60, and for this button this has got 20, so they sum up to 100%. So just take a look. We are going to reload this page. Just take a look. We have got each of these elements separated through this percentage, and they got their home on their own places. That's a great thing. Now it's time to start working on this menu, and we are going to remove these default circles from here. We are going to place them in line, and let's do this. We are going to take, let's say, menu. We're going to take a new selector which is going to be menu UL. To remove the black circles from here, we have to give the property and value and the direction into the UL tag. So let's do this. List style type, which is going to be none, so that it will be removed. Let me show you. Reload. Just take a look, it has been gone. And now we want these list items to be placed one by one. So let's do this. We have to take another selector, which is going to be menu ul ally, and then display inline block. And if I just save this file, just take a look, it is looking much better. Now we are going to give some spaces in between these items. So let's do this. We are going to give, let's say, padding. We are going to give top and bottom padding to 0 pixels. We don't want any padding in top and bottom. And left and right, we want 15 pixels of padding for our menu items. So let's see, reload, they are looking good. Now it's time to change their colors, and then we want to change their underline as well. And to do this, we have to select another, actually take another selector, which is going to be menu ul ally a, and then we have to provide, let's say, color of the text should be white. We are going to use FFF, and then we want text decoration to none, so that the underline will be banished. So let's reload this one. Just take a look, it looks good. And it's time to work on this contact me button. We are going to give the background, and we are going to make the color of this text to white. So let's do this. First thing I'm going to do is taking the color to white, and I'm putting the code, which is going to be F. Okay, sorry, sometimes I make lots of mistakes. So after color, I'm going to take background color, which is going to be, let me take a color code picker, which is going to be Pixie, Pixie, and I'm going to get the color code from this button, which is going to be DV4A. So I'm going to Control Ultra copy to save, and hash, put the color code, close it. Now let's reload this page. It is going to look much, not this one, it is going to much better. Okay, so one thing that I'd love to do as of now is to place them in a center alignment, so that they will be placed in center of each of their property. So let's go here, and we are going to take to the menu section, or actually the main. Let's see what are the selectors. We have got main, then we have got navbar. This should be classed as navbar. I have made a mistake here, so let's correct it. And we want the navbar should be placed here. Let me put dot navbar, and I'm going to put the text align to center. So all of the elements of this navbar are going to get the center alignment. So let's take a look here. Just take a look. It's working fine. So now we want these things to be properly centered into the web page. So let's go back here, and in the main selector, we are going to provide, let's say, maximum width to 1200 pixels, and then margin, we are going to provide margin auto. All right, let's save this one and reload this page. You are going to see that these things are coming nicely as of now, and it's time to give some padding to this button to make it look this one. Okay, so let's go here. We are going back to button, and then we are going to get the padding to, let's say, 15 pixel. Let's save this document. Just take a look, it's looking much better now. And I'm seeing some difference with the text font sizes and then the font family. So let's just change the font family here into the body tag. I'm going to take body tag directly. We can use font family into the star selector, but we are going to use it to font family into the body tag. So I'm using Muli and then sans serif. Here we go, and then I'm going to give the font size to, let's say, 16 pixel. Save. Let's reload this page. It is going to look like much better. All right, so now we want to give some spaces on the top side, as you can see here, and we are going to give margins, margin top, as we are seeing here. Them, they're looking great, so we want them to be margin top as well. So let's do this. We are going to give the margin top to logo, margin top, which is going to be, let's say, 40 pixels for the logo, and for Menu, we are going to give the margin top to 45 pixels, or let's say 47 pixels, because the images are big and the buttons are big. Button is also big, so we are going back to button here. Then margin top is going to be, for this button, we are going to give 38 pixels to make it look closer to other website. Yes, just take a look how beautifully aligned these elements. And I think if I just take this menu a little bit down, then it will look much better. So let's do this. I'm going back here, and for the menu we have got margin top 47. Let's make it to 50 pixel, and let's see how it is going to look like. Yes, this is looking really great, isn't it? Let me know by commenting below. Now we are going to this web page to see what else we have to do. We are going to remove this one from here. Now it's time to upload our image and then this text. And for these things we are going back to the HTML, and we are going to take other divisions. Let's say from div. Okay, we are going to start from here. We are going to take a new division which is going to be named with class content, and in between the content division we are going to take a header 1 text here, and it is going to be, this is Azharul Rafy for this tutorial. And then we are going to take a paragraph, or let's say H2, which is going to be the title, content creator. Let's save this one and reload this page here. Not this one, actually this page. And we are going to see that this is a Azharul Rafy has appeared, content creator has appeared, but we are not seeing the image appeared here. And for this reason we have to use another div here, and we are going to give the name to, let's say, class name to left. So let's take image tag, and we are going to give the source of the profile picture, which is named with pp.png. So let's take this here, pp.png, reload this, save this page, and then reload this page, and we're going to see a big fat image appeared here. So now let's work on this image. We're going to give a border radius, and then we are going to do other steps to make it go to the left side here. So let's go back to our coding, and we're going to see the selector which is left, and then img. So let's go for it. We are going to put dot left, then space img. We are going to give the border radius to, let's say, 50%, and let's see how it is going to turn. Okay, so it's looking good here. And now we want to make or take this to the left side here. So let's do this. We are going to select this one to, let's say, left, and we want 20%. Let's see how it is going to work. Nothing. And this is because we have to use some other tags, and these are about, let's say, position absolute. And if we just reload this page, it is going to do something here. And now we want to get them to left, let's say 10%, and just take a look. And we are actually going to use, let's say, transform translate x, and let's put 50% here, and you're going to see some good changes, and it will be much easier for us. Okay, so by 20% we are seeing already it's in its position. Now it's time to take some top here from here. So let's say top, and we're going to take, let's say, 20% from top. And if I just reload this page, yes, it's looking perfect, but not that perfect. We have to make this image a little smaller. So we are going to give like height of this image to 120 bh, and reload this page. It is going to look much better than before. But in this image we have got, I'm seeing my year here, so let's do 15% from the left, and let's see how it is going to react. Yes, and it's looking much closer to our previous website, but I can actually remove from 13, and let's save this one. It's looking, no, 14 is going to look better. Yes, so this is a close look, and it's time to take this text to these things, these parts. So let's do this. We are going to select them from here, and the selector here we have got, as you can see, content h1 and content h2. So let's go for them. We are going to the CSS, and then we are going to take .content h1, and we are going to see give the position to absolute, and after that we are going to put like top 50%. Let's see where it is going to land. All right, so it's in the middle of the page, and then we want the left to be 50% as well, but we didn't close this one. So let's do this, reload this page. Just take a look, we have got it in the perfect place, and we are going to work on this later, but let's take this one into the same position. So I'm actually going to copy this code, and then I'm going to change the h1 to h2, and after that we are going to save, and we are going to see that overriding each other. Okay, so we are going to give, like, from top we want this h2 to be placed into 60%, and from left let's say 55%, and these are going to look nice. Yes, okay, and in the content creator we should place a hyphen here to make it look closer. All right, so it's time to change their text color, and we are going to take them a little bit here in the left side, and we're going to increase the size of this text. So let's do them. We are going back to the code, and then color should be white, so let's put FFF, and the color should be white color #FFF, and then we want the font size of the h1 should be, let's say, 50 pixel, and this one should have font size to 45 pixel. Let's see how it is going to look like. Let's reload. Yes, it's look much better, but we should give some extra space here. So let's give, from the top it should get 65%, and if I increase the size of this font size to 70 pixel, it is going to look much better. Yes, it is looking much better. And then the content creator, I'm going to increase the font size to 55, and here we go, we have got a good look on the website. It's time to take them to the left, and to do this we have to decrease the size from here to, let's say, 45%. Let's see how it is going to react. Yes, it's in the perfect place, and for this one we are going to put, let's say, 40%. So that's our web page. It is going to look like. Okay, so now what else we can do? If we want to make it just closer to this one, we have to do a little bit of this left sizing, but I think this is looking much better than this version. So let's do this. We are going to give an opacity to the image to make it a little darker here. So let's go here, and we are going to find the left image. Then we want to give the opacity to this image to, let's say, 0.5, and close it. Let's reload this page and just take a look how beautiful it is looking like. So here we have got the beautiful website already created, but I'm seeing an issue here. In the bottom of the web page it has been overflowed. So let's close this overflow, and to do this we have to go here into the CSS, and on the header we have to put like position to, let's say, relative, because we have used some position values here in this page, as you can see here, position. So we should give position relative here, and then we have to put overflow to hidden, and it is going to look perfectly or work perfectly. Just take a look, we have got everything corrected here. So now let's make this text a little bigger, so this will look much better. So I'm going back here, and that instead of 16 pixel, let's give to 20 pixel and reload this one. It's much better looking here. Alright, so that was it. I believe you have found this video helpful and educational. If you did, please give this video a like. And if you want to get more web development, web designing related tutorials, I have just started uploading videos on HTML. I'm going to upload videos on CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and Flex, etc. to become a web developer. So if you want to get updates and new uploads from me, please stay connected, subscribe to my channel to get notification, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.